Welcome to Trading Lounge and the daily US stocks for Friday, August 5th, and starting with the ASX on the 200. I'm still looking for a move to the upside here, so hopefully in our bullish weekly cycle where we see Wednesday and Thursday as our sort of swing days, and then Friday and Monday as our bullish days, I'm kind of looking towards that. So let's see how Friday sort of pans out. So we definitely need, I mean, obviously the market's sitting at 7,000. So the more that it stays above that 7,000 and starts to climb above that during the day, then you would sort of imagine that, well, Friday's got a chance of closing strong or up at least, and then Monday can follow through on that. So that's what we're kind of looking at. And in the sort of bigger picture of things as well, we've got this as an A wave and a B wave that can pull back, and a C wave and move up. But at the same time, we've got to look at a bullish picture going to the upside. So we could look at this, and we will look at this as time goes on as wave 4 pulling back here. Rather than a B wave, but that's something that we will get to in due course. Let's just cruise into the 4-hour chart. So, yeah, just basically one way or another, still looking for a move to the upside there. I'll just sort of clean this up a little bit. I won't go into it too much just here, but we still don't have our 5 waves up here, you know, so maybe we need to look at this as wave 1 here and 2 coming back here, and then 1 and 2 and moving up further, you know. So basically what we want to see is that sort of lift off there, you know. That's what we want to see, and we're looking for 5 waves up in that space. So will that occur? I'm not sure, but as long as it's look for long trades above 7,000 and short trades below that as a retested resistance. So yeah, so that's sort of it really in a nutshell. We can go into the 100 tick area, and we'll have to move a few things around. I can't call this the 4th wave that we were looking for because it's too low here. Okay, so that means that we'll need to rearrange this here, and even when I rearrange it, it doesn't mean that it's right, you know. Just move these out of the way here. It's not that one, that one. So I'll have to move that will move to, not that it matters too much at this point. That will just stay there really, and that will just go for 1 and 2 at that point. One of the good things here though is we've got, see this little 5-wave structure here? That's very healthy. So I'll just use these over here, and I don't need that one. We can use this one over here, but that's not looking very healthy here. It's looking okay as an A and a B and a C here, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here, and an A, B, C. This is not looking good here, but the thing is that if you do see strength, getting a very small trade position at that level there, and that would also be kind of looking for support on that 71.10, and then you can, if the market's going to be strong, then look for support on top of 2, and then on top of 3. And if you get support here, well, I mean, realistically, if the market goes up here somewhere, then it's going to be bullish at that point. I mean, all it really needs to do is move from that high to that low, move above the 61.8%, above that thing there, well, find support on that 61.8%. So if we took that length here, that's the 61.8% here. So if it found support on the 7020, then we're going to the upside, and we can look at, you know, and if it was going to the upside, this is how we would look at it. We would look at it as a wave 3 here, 4 over here somewhere, and 5 up here, and wave 5 up here. So we're looking for the US markets to do sort of much the same in this space. Yeah, so that would be that. So it's really just got to stay above that 7,000. Well, technically it can't take out this low here because then it sort of mucks it all up at that point. So we'll just go with that. I don't think that we've got a top in play because of this here appears to be corrective. I mean, we could get 5 waves out of it, I suppose. Let's just see how we go. I've just done the videos on the US market. It looks like they want to push up. They've got something, to push up, and, everything's going according to plan. I mean, Wednesday and Thursday, we had our sort of swing days across here. So let's just hope Friday's sort of bullish. And, yeah, that's that. What else could occur here? Let me think on the... I just can't call the top in yet, that's all. Because I got wave 3 here. And this is the August low on throughout the world at this point here. And see, so the thing is that this August low here, there's a lot of stocks that haven't taken the top out here, like this market, but there are stocks that have taken this out and haven't finished to the upside yet. So I would say that this market is just lagging what's going to occur and will push to the upside. I couldn't turn bearish just yet on any of this. I mean, even if I'd counted this as 5 waves down here, I don't have 3 waves here, I have 5 waves here. So everything's telling me that we need to be going up. So just scale in between, just build in slowly through all of these, and we should end up sort of closer towards that. I mean, if that's wave 1 here, well, wave 3 is going to be longer than this wave 1 here. So that's going to bring us up to here somewhere, and that will give us Friday and Monday to be long at that point. Okay, so if that's going to push up, then CBA is going to push up as well here. So that's going to push up. I still don't want to chase it to the upside because I still want this to finish, But it certainly can be bullish and keep on going. But I still need to wait for this top to play out here for that. So anyway, short-term traders can go along on the banks. One of the things with the commodities, it does appear that gold's got a low in place. If gold's got a low in its place, then we want to see this US dollar push down. So this will be down for wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C across to here. So we need to see that push down. If this pushes down, then commodities can be strong as well. Okay. But I still need evidence of this just yet. I was going okay with all of this, but then it just got a bit messy. We'll have a look at it a little bit later. But what I'm just saying here is that if we can see a lower dollar, then it's going to support. Well, it's also going to support the indices going up higher as well. So this moving down lower here will support the S&P 500 moving up and support the euro going up and the Aussie going up and those sorts of things. So this is kind of, this is the spanner in the works. So we've got to get that figured out, and it's sort of getting there. So with iron ore, if the US dollar is going to push down and has got down for wave 1, well, then we could look at this as wave 1 to the upside and wave 2 here. That's what we've been looking at, So just this little pattern here, I don't know if it's bullish just yet, but what we're looking for, if I go to the intraday here, so I think 5 ticks, 5k ticks, I think. No, it wasn't. Was it 100 ticks then, was it? Okay. So I've been counting up from the low of 1, 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave. And then we've been working through the ABC pattern. So the question is this an ABC, or will it turn into more of an impulse wave to the downside? We could look at this as wave 1 here. So we could label this as wave 1 here and 2 up here. And do we label this wave 3? It hasn't quite sort of done that there, has it? We'll make a start in labeling it anyway, shall we? And we'll just keep an eye on it. Even if we do pick the low, we still need to get confirmation to the upside. So I can see parts of that. Obviously, that's like wave 1 to this point. I'm not sure what that is. I mean, I can see from here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that just the third wave and we pull back to the fourth wave? Or are we overlapping? We've got 5 waves here. Do we have a low in? I'm not quite sure just yet. So let's just see. Let me just have a closer look. I don't want to burn up too much time, but definitely wave 1 to here or to here, and an A, B, C for wave 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It looks like a third wave to that point, doesn't it? It looks like from here to here to here. Have I missed something, or does that need to be 1, 2? No, it's not going to work. That's the best way for this. Or that looks like 5 waves. That looks like 3 waves. So what does that mean? 1, A, B, C for 2. I don't know. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm not. It's not sticking out. Not jumping out at me. But this here is jumping out at me as 5 waves to the upside. So if I was trading, I'd be going long above here for that. But I'm not getting a clear 5 wave finish down here. So that means that, do I need that? What have I got here? 1, 2. That's 5 waves. 5 waves. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fingerprint of this market is having the extension in wave 1 here, which is exactly what I'm seeing over here. So do I got to squash wave 5 up into here somewhere? Is that 3, 4, 5? I mean, this is all a little bit messy in here. Look, it could be, but based on that, that's where I'd go long at that point. But let's just see. We've got a bit of time. We could also just wait to verify in terms of having 5 waves up here, right? So that would be like 1 and 2 coming back here, and then we'd have 3 and 4 and 5, and then we could look at the ABC coming back in this instance, because we're really talking about stocks here, aren't we? You know, so if we see that in this market, then we know that we're going up. That's a little bit more, another layer of security in terms of going long at that point. But I like it. It's a nice A wave, a nice C wave. The C wave's not too sharp, you know what I mean, compared to wave A. It kind of looks, it's got the right look and feel about it, you know. We could have one more low. We'll see how it goes. We didn't meet down to our 50-60% area either, but it didn't really matter because we knew 700 was really where it's at. So look, we could have a low in for that, so we'll keep an eye on commodities now for this, and the US dollar, you know, the US dollar. So we could have, it's still not sort of ready here yet, but we could have something like wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, fourth wave, and then a push up for wave 5. So if we can see 5 waves coming in here somewhere, well, that would be good, wouldn't it? You know, then we could look at this being bullish at this point. We still want to set up though. Even once we can confirm 5 waves, we'll get a setup over here, and we'll look to build in, you know, below the level and above the level and so on. But we don't have it yet. You know, that could just certainly be an A and a B and a C and fold from here. And we need the US dollar on side. We need iron ore on side. We need copper on side for BHP. You know, we need a few things in place. The same with Rio as well. We're not seeing the love here either just yet. So I'm not even going to focus on that today. We know where we are with FMG if that top goes out. The same with iron ore. This could be an ABC pattern coming back here as well for this. We'll have a closer look at that. Not today though, but we'll see. Anyway, we're getting there with it. So I'll just leave it at that. US spot gold. I won't go into a big detail here, but it does look like we've got wave B to wave C finished here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because we've got 5 waves here, which we've been looking at on the 5k tick chart here. Maybe it wasn't the 5k tick chart or something else, but was it 2k? Was it 1k, 10k? Okay, so what we've been doing all week here, as you know, we're looking at this as an A wave, a B wave, or 1 or 2, and then the important thing was this up here being wave 3 or wave C up here, and then we waited for it to pull back to 38.2%. And yes, we could probably talk about going long above the 61.8%, but the thing is, it doesn't really matter. Nothing matters, because we're going to count 5 waves up here, and then there's going to be some sort of number 8's a profit taking number, so we're going to see that come back, and that's going to set us up to go on the long side at that point. So we'll be doing more work on that, but the message today is that, well, I can count 5 waves here. If we got 5 waves in the opposite direction of the trend, we're going to get a correction that can pull back 50-60% down here, depending on what the US dollar does and so on, and yields in the bond market, and then we can push up from that point for that. So yeah, anyway, looking good. So that puts our little fella over here, our Newcrest Mining, in a better position, doesn't it? So how do you want to handle that? Do you want to get a little tiny position above this little move here today? It could still come back and make a new low as well. That's the problem with it, but based on what we can see, that would be the place to go, and then we could build in over here once we've put some proper positions in over here, or we could put lots of more small ones in, or this or that. Yeah, well, we've just sort of, anyway, that's sort of that. That move going up there was on lower volume, so that's not what we want to see, but basically the long trade here is 1 cent above that previous high, whatever that is. So see how that, I think it was 9 there when I got to there, just a moment, 19.9. So you'd go 9, well, all the orders will be at 10, so you go 11, right? And that will blow all those orders out at 10. Yeah, so that type of thing. So all the sell orders will be sitting at 19.10. So if you go to 11, it will clean them out a bit, and because you want the market to prove to you it's going up. So the question is this wave 1 here and wave 2 here? That's the point. Okay. Anyway, very high risk at that point. Australian dollar. There's 2 things here. We can look at wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C. I kind of like that. I'm not seeing a completed 5-wave structure here yet, so we could also view this as an A and a B and a C up here for the B wave and down for the C wave for wave 2. I'm not quite sure. We've got a position here. I put in the stop here. I don't want to end up down here. I don't want a profit turning into a loss. I don't mind a small loss or break even or all that sort of stuff, but not acting in a leveraged market is a double-edged sword, so we need to be mindful of that. The main thing here is that this is a classic trading levels pattern at the 70 here. So in very simple terms, it looks like the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, the ABC, and upwards at that point. So we've got the arrival, the reaction, pretty ugly, first high above the level, and we're looking for the corrective move in here. But the corrective move is this dude here, or we're going to have this one over here for that. I'm not quite sure. But as always, we normally go long when we get support, because basically when we see the market knocking its head across the glass ceiling here for this, once it gets through and sits on the other side, then it's support, and that's safe, isn't it? Safer. Nothing's safe, but that's that. And also I keep forgetting to have a look at the yields for Australia here. I mean, I didn't forget it today. I'm forgetting it each other time. So I'll just go to the daily chart here, because I said I'll keep an eye on it, and I think it's important. So I've never been a bond trader. I mean, I started with futures trading in 1982. Never got really into the bonds or fixed income or anything like that, so I don't know anything about it, know as much as you do. But in terms of counting, I've got 1 and 2 in here, which I won't go into, and then 1 and 2, which we've been before. Basically, last time we spoke, we're looking at wave 4 to come back. The 38.2% retracement level is pretty much on the 250, which is a medium level, as you may know. So we may have wave 4 in here already for this. These are the two short-term, short end of the market. Got to get all the lingo right. The short end of the curve. It looks like we could be. It looks like we could be in there at that point. You know. So what all that means, I'm not quite sure, but let's learn together. We'll get some information on all of this. But yeah, anyway, this will be going up to 4%. And then moving up even higher. Maybe we need to have a look at the interest rate market too, because we've all got, lots of us have got mortgages. I've been smashing mine as fast as I can. So there we go. Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the weekend. Cheers.